Hello, everyone, and welcome. My name is Ash, and welcome to my YouTube channel, Ash Knows Travel, where I share trainings, walkthroughs, and insider tips to help travel advisors build confidence and book smarter. And tonight, training is all about how to market cruises like a pro. I'm going to show you strategies to attract cruise clients, the types of posts that get attention, and ways to position yourself as the go-to cruise expert. If you're live here, go ahead and drop a quick hello in the chat so that I know that you are with me. And of course, if you're watching this on a replay, go ahead and drop a hashtag replay so that I know that you stopped by. Now, before we dive in, and while I'm removing all of this fancy stuff off your screen, make sure that you go ahead and hit the subscribe button and tap the bell so that you never miss any future trainings. Each week, I like to go live and with new tools, walkthroughs, and tips to help you succeed as a travel advisor. So, as you can see, the topic for tonight is how to market cruises like a pro. Now, this training is probably one of the best trainings that I can do when it comes to marketing, because I feel like cruise marketing is so easy to do. Like cruise marketing, once you get into the habit of cruise marketing, it is something that you can just repeat over and over, and it will help you get cruises regardless of how many times you post, how many, etc. As long as you can get the content in order that gets attention, which I'm going to show you tonight, you can really get yourself set up to market like a pro when it comes to cruises. So let's dive in. A little bit of what we're going to be talking about tonight. We're going to talk about why you should market cruises and who to target. We're going to make sure we match them with the right cruise line. We're going to talk about selling the experience, what channels that you should be marketing cruises on, different sales hooks and promotions to help you sell, and including mock bookings and how to create urgency in that. Then we're going to take it a little bit further. We're going to talk about how you can sell groups and cross-selling to get like extra commission, like the post and pre-hotel stays, etc. And then I'm also going to give you examples of how to market cruises. And then finally, tools, mistakes, and some final tips that you guys can take with you when you leave. So first, right off the bat, why cruises? How many of you guys right now, comment below, how many of you guys are already selling cruises? How many of you are, at least it's one part of your niche? I think everybody should at some point sell cruises. If it's not, if you have a very specific niche, then all right, go for it, right? You wouldn't probably be here if you did. But everybody should incorporate cruises somehow, no matter what your niche is. If your niche is family travel, well, guess what? Families take cruises. If your niche is couples travel, they do cruises too. There's a cruise for everybody, right? Why? Because it's a fast growing market. It is something that everyone kind of wants to experience. There is great value in cruising because it's an all-inclusive feel. And of course, once somebody takes a cruise, guess what? They want to take another one, okay? And they normally like to try new cruise lines, or they'll stick with the same one, just depends, but they want to take another, right? And of course, it's easy to upsell. Now, a lot of people are going to say, well, we don't make money off of excursions and insurance. You are right, but I do have a couple of vendors that you can try instead, okay? We'll talk about those tonight. Then as well, even if you don't want to make extra money when it comes to this, you're going to give them a better experience by upselling stuff like that, right? Even if you want to book direct and they want to get their excursions through the cruise line, that's okay too. But it's going to help you better sell the cruise, especially for next time if they enjoy the excursions. And if something were to happen, God forbid, if something were to happen when it comes to insurance, they're going to be glad you have that too. So it's important that we push cruises because it is something that a lot of people do. The cruise industry is absolutely huge. So let's talk about the steps to properly marketing cruises. The first step is it really depends on who your client is. You need to know your client, whether it's families, couples, groups, or solo travelers. There's a reason that we have to know this. Does anybody know why? Comment below. Do you know why it's important to know your client? Well, I'm going to give you one example. Virgin Voyages is adults only. Imagine trying to marketing a family, your niche is family, and then you're like, here's a group, or here's an adults only cruise. Is that going to hit your market? No, unless you market it correctly and say, hey, parents, let's get away from the kids for a bit. That would change it, right? So it's important to know who your audience is and what you're hitting because it's going to really affect what cruise you want to market and how you want to market it. Step 2, let's match them. So feel free to screenshot this because I don't think a lot of people know this, especially if you're new to cruises. A lot of people don't know that certain cruise lines match better with certain people. So Carnival, it's tend to be a little bit of a party cruise sometimes, but they're trying to manage it, so I won't class them as that. But you can have fun on there, and it's a really good value for people who just want to cruise but don't have a ton of money. It's great for that. And it's also really big for families. They do quite a bit of stuff for families. And cruising with families can be a little pricey if they have to do more rooms, etc. So Carnival is a great suggestion for them. Next, we have Royal Caribbean. Royal Caribbean has got massive ships and a lot of thrills. They've got different types of water slides. They got different types of activities, rock walls. I mean, you name it, they go all out. And they're really known for families too, so that's cool. But honestly, Royal Caribbean is like a fit all. Pretty much everybody can attend the Royal Caribbean and have a good time. Okay. Princess, they are more classic and they focus mostly on visiting different destinations. They are going to go to really different places that people are not used to, and they're going to have the ability to kind of experience certain things on the Princess that they wouldn't do anywhere else. The same thing with Canard too. I'll just skip to it. Canard is luxury and tradition. There are a lot of like Princess and Canard. Disney, magic for families. And then, of course, Virgin Voyages, an adults only trendsetter, right? Adults only. But hey, Virgin Voyages has a lot of good perks. And I like, too, how they package everything together for us. That just makes life easier. So, yep, here's the whole package. Here's the price. Have a great day. And they can book on their own. We love that, too, right? So they all have their own certain aspects to them. But it's really going to depend on who your client is, which ones you're going to want to market. If you do a lot of families, Disney would be great, right? But if you do a lot of adults only, then Disney might not work for you. But Royal Caribbean could work for you. Virgin Voyages, right? If you market to an older generation, then you might want to do Vikings. Vikings is a river cruise. They're very popular these days. Canard, older generation, right? So consider who you're marketing to, which is really going to work best for what cruises you want to market. Now, a lot of the time, what I like to do too is I listen to my past clients. The most popular cruise lines that I've booked here in the 3 years are going to be Carnival, Royal Caribbean, Princess, and Disney. I list the top 4 for myself, but those are my most 4 popular ones. And those are based off of the people that have booked with me in the past. So I know they're bookable. I know that they work. So I hit them a lot because they're most commonly used, right? Sell the experience. Okay, so a lot of you guys forget about this when you're marketing. You just want to drop the price and you're like, all right, here's the price. It's a great price. Listen to me. Just trust me. It's a great price. But they don't know why. They don't know what's included on a cruise. Most of them have never been on a cruise and they don't know what to expect. So you can use this as your advantage to position yourself as an expert, right? So how do we sell the experience? First of all, you're getting multiple destination trip on one ship. You're going to multiple places, you're going to get off at these places, and you're going to explore. That's one biggest ways you can sell the experience. Most people, when they go on vacation, they go to one place, but cruises will stop at multiple, giving them an advantage. Next, entertainment and dining is included. A lot of people will take certain ships based off of their entertainment and their dining. For example, we learned last week with Disney, they do deck parties for the kids. They do opera style Broadway shows, right? Then if we go over here to Royal Caribbean, they do comedy clubs. They do comedy clubs. They do, different types of singing. Same thing kind of with Carnival. But then if you take it over to Canard, they have a lecture and you're going to learn something while you're there. So depending on what type of experience your clients want, you can sell that to them within the cruise. So they know, one, what to expect and exactly what they're going to get when they're booking that cruise as well. It's going to help you sell it even better. Next, spas, shows, nightlife. It's kind of including in the entertainment part, right? But keep in mind, certain cruises have better spas. Certain cruises have better shows. Focus as that as a highlight. Look, you're getting a 7-day cruise for this price, right? But in that, you're getting multiple destinations. They have certain shows, blah, 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 nightlife. Just bring it all through when you're carrying it out with the post. Next, themed and holiday cruises. There are some cruise lines that are specific to certain themes, certain holidays, and you can go ahead and advertise that as well. For example, Disney. Disney has the Maritime holiday cruises, and then they also have the Halloween on the high seas. Those are themed and holiday cruises. Now, lastly, I always have to throw in there that it's all inclusive. people don't realize how easy it is to book a cruise. You don't have to worry about anything except getting there and leaving. That's it. So I really put a big emphasis on that when I'm saying, look at this experience that you can have. $5,000 for a family of 4. You guys, that's a expensive cruise, but you know what I'm saying? You guys get all of this included. Like, look at what you're getting. Because as soon as you can show them the value in the cruise, they're not going to be concerned about the price. If they don't understand the value of taking a cruise, they will never understand the price. This is how we're going to market it. We're going to explain the value of it. All right. Continuing. Hit the right channel. Ooh, this is a good one. You guys, I realize as I'm getting deeper into marketing, we're all learning together, right? Do you feel like you guys are getting deeper into marketing by watching my channel? Do you, like, honestly, like, do you feel like you're getting deeper into marketing? Because what this is going to do to you is it's going to help you figure out what's your strong point when it comes to platforms. Because even with me teaching you guys, I'm learning this stuff every single day. So when it comes to marketing cruises, you have to make sure that you're marketing the right platform. Somebody came to me the other day and was like, I'm not getting any hits on LinkedIn. That's not the right platform. That's why. That platform, what is LinkedIn used for? Does anybody really know? I think it's like employees, business. There could be some few older generation people on there, so you could probably do Vikings cruises, but LinkedIn isn't going to help us here, right? So when you guys are marketing, I'm glad that you're marketing on several platforms, but you need to put an emphasis on the platforms that are doing well, and you need to recognize that they're doing well, and you need to engage with them, post there, etc. Okay? Those will help you take off. So let's take that into cruising. Hit the right channel. Social media. You guys can do reels, hacks, and countdowns. Those are great, especially on TikTok. I'm going to throw that out there. They like them a lot on TikTok. I get a lot of cruises bookings from TikTok and Travel Leaders Network. Those are my 2 most popular places. But I'm going to show you. I have examples of what works, okay? Of all the posts that I'm sharing have done very well. So I'm going to give you that. But just a heads up, TikTok's a hotspot, okay? Email campaigns. We are going over newsletters very soon in October. And I suggest putting all of these little cruise discounts or the ones that are most popular for you in the campaigns. Might as well. Cruise of the week. You can put it on your newsletter. Cruise of the month, whatever. Like Vikings, they had a $25 deposit deal. But my agent from Australia, man, let me tell you, he sold cruises. He sold them. Why? Because it's the perfect part of the month, right? Is the perfect drawback. Hey, $25 deposit on a Viking cruise, boom, automatic sell, right? He just had to push it. That's all. Next, Facebook groups and lives. This is a great place to kind of, some people like to go live and just talk about deals. This is it. Add the cruises. And then, of course, YouTube shorts and YouTube/shorts equals ship tours. So any kind of review of a cruise line, any kind of look what you can do on a cruise line, educational. You have to educate, right? Think about this. You're on my YouTube right now, right? I'm doing what? I'm educating you. It's the same thing. Just turn it into cruises. Turn it into resorts. Turn it into whatever. Educate on YouTube. Next, Canva flyers and mock bookings. This is the quickest way to sell a cruise. I'm not going to lie. If you can put it all in a post, I have an example. And I've built cruise itineraries with you guys and flyers. We've done this in the past, right? This is one of the quickest ways to sell a cruise because you can put all the information in one spot so they can see exactly what they're getting. Boom, close the deal, right? So when it comes to cruises, you're going to see that certain platforms are going to do better. Obviously, Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok are going to be the most popular ones, but I don't want you to limit yourself to that, okay? I have seen them also do really well on Threads. If you get on Threads and you start pushing it, you can. Lemon 8 is also a good one. You can also do Pinterest. The best, and with Pinterest, you have to educate too. So you can do hacks, tips. You could do cruise packing essential list, and then kind of bring it in. And then at the bottom of every one of those, right? We call those what? We just learned about these. What are they called? Does anybody know what I'm talking about? Packing list. We just learned this. We just did a corporate training on it. What are they called? Lead magnets. Lead magnets work great for cruises, right? Book a cruise with me and receive a blah, blah, blah return. Something like this, because they probably are already going to book their cruise. But if they see it as an incentive, throw it in there. You can still use it for this too. I love that. I love that we're just carrying it all the way through, right? All right. Now, those are the most important parts right there. I can show you exactly how to do it, right? And I'm going to, but those parts right here, hitting the right channel, selling the experience, matching the right cruise line, and knowing your client is the first biggest part, okay? Once you get this set up, now we're going to tell you exactly how to post it, okay? This is the helpful tips is what I'm calling it, but it's a whole section. So first thing that we have to put on there is some kind of sales hook. You need to pull them in, right? We always have basically the 4-set structure for every post. We have first the title, right? Then we have the hook, and then we have the value description, and then we have the call to action, right? That's still the same. No matter where we're marketing, it's still the same. So we have the title of what the cruise is, whatever. Then we have the sales hook. Unpack once, see more. Fun for everyone on board. All inclusive at sea. Group perks and upgrades. These are sales hooks so that they can go, oh, wait, what? Fun for everyone on board? Okay. All inclusive at sea, right? Does anybody have any good ones? You guys can comment them below because these are just basically what ChatGPT gave me. But you guys, you have to have a way to pull them in. Like if you're doing family cruises, right? A great way to pull in a family is to show them what the kids can do on board. So drop your kids off, have a fun time, right? Something like that. I'm just kidding. Don't drop your kids off. But you guys can see, like, you have to have a way to like pique an interest to someone. And when you're doing this, I really want you to just stop and think, is this something that I would be interested in? If it's not, redo it. That's it. I can be bluntly honest with you. And I have to do videos all the time. Thank goodness TikTok has a delete and re-edit feature, okay? Because sometimes I make mistakes and I'm like, whoa, let me go back and fix this, right? It happens and we can get better. But just because one post doesn't hit doesn't mean that it's not good. You just might need to try it again. You might have to change it up a little, right? So sales hooks pulls people in. Continue. Now, on top of the sales hooks, I want to really suggest to you guys to just push the promotions that are already given to us. Wave season is coming up. January through March is the hottest time for people to book cruises. And sometimes it's the hottest time for people to take cruises too. I have roughly 8 cruises already booked for January and February, which is insane because I've had them booked now since like, I want to say July, August, and September. I started booking them, but people like to take cruises in January. They like to take them in February, March. This is them, okay? But they're also going to drop the biggest deals then too. So just because somebody's on a cruise then doesn't mean they're not going to cruise again, right? So this is a great time to push it. This is a great time to get people on the cruise. So then when they're on the cruise, what happens? What happens when, I've discussed this, but let's talk about it. What happens when people are on cruises? At the end of every cruise, they come to them and they say, would you like to book another cruise? Would you like to put your deposit down? And what happens when they do that? It comes back to us. It comes back to us because we have booked the original cruise. So if they put a future credit down for another one, it comes back to us. We love that, right? Next, early booking discounts. For most cruise lines, you will get a discount for booking early. And a lot of the times, if it's a lower promotion that continues, I have called Royal Caribbean before and I said, hey, the price is cheaper than what you have me booked for. Can you drop the price for my client? Yep, sure, drop the price. I saved my clients almost $400 one time because I had 3 of the cabins that I just called and said, the price isn't matching. You need to lower it. And they price matched for what was showing and what they booked. So you can always get an early booking discount, or even if they book it early, we can fix it later on if it's available, okay? Kid sale free promos. If you are booking family cruises, this is one of your hottest times. Royal Caribbean is probably the most kid sale free promo I've ever seen. Carnival Cruise Line, they do it sometimes, but I mean, honestly, Royal Caribbean really hits the kids sale free. Even Princess, I've seen them. Who else? I want to say there's one more. Maybe comment below. I can't think of it off the top of my head, but most of the times the same cruise lines will push the kids free sale over and over and over. And it's always going to be the times that the kids are off of school. So it'll be like June, July, sometimes during Christmas, not really Christmas, but like before Christmas, like November, things kind of, that's when you want to peak those sales. Okay. Next, on board credit offers. There was one cruise line, I want to say Vikings is doing an onboard credit offer, and also Cunard. Cunard has an onboard credit. They were doing $200. That's a big deal for people. You guys don't see it as a big deal because we're like, okay, onboard credit. But think about doing an investment and then you're getting money back from the investment, right? That's what it is. You're investing into your vacation. It's a cruise. And when you get on board, you're going to get credit for your investment of the cruise. So to them, that's a win-win because they're getting onboard credit. I have literally closed a deal one time because we had onboard credit and Royal Caribbean didn't. That it was just something, it was $50. A $50 difference can make or break a cruise. Okay. So if you see onboard credit, promote it because clients love that. They don't know, they're not putting it all together like we are. They're just like, ooh, free. Okay, cool. That's what they need to see. Next, mock bookings. So you guys do a lot of mock bookings for cruises. And so I just want to set like the standard for it. Okay. When you're doing a mock booking, you can be vague if you want, but honestly, every time I've ever sold a cruise from a mock booking, I've sold a group cruise just from a mock booking flyer, and I'm about to show you the one that I used. Every time I do this, I include everything. There's no point of being vague because they can look it up regardless, okay? And it's kind of hard to be vague on a cruise. Now, if you want to do like a teaser, like, ooh, 5-day, 4-night cruise, okay, fine. But in somewhere in that, when you're delivering it, you need to include this stuff, okay? First of all, the ship name and itinerary. If you're doing a deal, it's not a mock booking. I'm not talking about the deals. I'm talking about mock bookings, where that's an actual fake booking that we put together to sell to clients, okay? Include the ship name, the itinerary, the dates, and the starting price. Then I want you to put what's included in there, the value, but short description, and use visuals like Canva flyers or just, I got examples to give you. But you have to make it visual. You have to give them details. You have to give them a starting price. Normally, I only give them the deposit. I worry about the rest of it later. The deposit's the biggest part. And then you have to put what's included in the price and what's included on the ship to entice them. Okay. I highly recommend doing this. I know a lot of people are going to come to me and they're going to be like, well, what if they look up the price? Guys, we typically get the same prices. But you don't have to worry about that. Okay. They're going to book with you or they're going to book with you. Right. I don't care about that because I know what I offer. This is what I'm offering. Nobody's going to come in here and put all this together and nobody's going to take care of you like I do. And I stand on that. Right. So when it comes to these, I lay it all out. This is exactly what you're getting because I don't want to answer a lot of questions. I highly recommend that when you're doing the mock bookings. Okay. I'm going to show you how to do it too. Now, at the very bottom of whatever you're doing, or at the very end, I want you to create some urgency. This is going to help you close it. So limited time offers. A lot of times Royal Caribbean will do 3-day sales. And those 3-day sales, they'll offer like a severely discounted price, but you only got like a 72-hour window. Promote that. Only a certain amount of cabins left. I always say this on my cruise posts. Only 4 cabins left. Okay. That works very well on them. Even if they have more cabins, I don't care. What this does is it creates what we call FOMO, which is, what is FOMO? Fear of missing out. Oh, it's about to sell out. Let me grab it, right? We want that. Seasonal sailings. If they have certain sailings for Alaska, like you can only go certain times, it's like the best times of the year to go. I believe it's March. But in those times, you want to create those urgencies. This is the best time to go to Alaska. Book this, right? You've been wanting to see Alaska, go during this time because this is the best part. You can see all the whales, whatever, right? Next, holidays. Any time of holidays that are going to sell out quickly, right? So if you have a 4th of July cruise coming up, you want to create urgency as in, hey guys, if you're looking to cruise on the 4th of July, you should get on this deal right now. It's about to sell out. You guys know it's packed. Like, you want to do that. Christmas, New Year's, Black Friday. I don't know. They have all kinds of deals, right? And especially even talking about Black Friday. If you guys haven't known yet, if you're new here, Black Friday, they drop good deals, but they're normally Cyber Monday deals more than Black Friday, but they'll do like a $1 deposit. I've seen one time with, no, it wasn't $1. I think it was 1 penny. It was either 1 penny or $1. I don't know. If you've been here for a long time, answer. But, Princess, I swear they had a $1 deposit cruise line at one point. Like, it was for the whole Cyber Monday deal. So anytime you guys get deals like this, push them. It helps because it helps close it. It's a closer for you. You don't have to tell them. They know it's going to sell out. So if they want to book it, they'll book it, right? Then One thing I've always seen too is that they have an early booking bonus on some cruise lines, especially for like the next year for the 2025, 2026. I know this isn't really our market. I always tell you guys to kind of market 3 months out so you can get bookings, you get paid out faster. But if you already are marketing a certain cruise, throw it out there because there are people that like to book cruises like a year and a half in advance. I don't know why, but they do. So you might hit those people when you're posting it. They might not know about it, right? Now, another upsell that I like to push to are group cruises. So anytime that you guys are booking cruises, typically 8 cabins turns into a group. So if we can get 8 cabins, we are smooth sailing and we get a tour conductor credit, which I will explain. But group cruises are very popular for weddings, reunions, just parties in general. If we all want to get together, it's a great way to kind of pull everyone into one spot without having to pay all these different prices, right? We all have to pay flights, we all port together, we all, get off together. It's all the same. They fly back home, we're done. So group cruises are a great way to implement it. And what I like to do a lot for group cruises, guys, which is kind of marketing after the sell, but if I'm very close to doing a group cruise, I will tell my client, hey, if you are able to get me a couple more cruises, okay, under the sailing that we have, we can make it a group cruise. And then what happens is we get 1 tour conductor credit, which is going to equal a free cabin. Now, that free cabin, we can either keep it for yourself as an incentive for them to get more cruises, right? Or we could take the total price of the fare and then break it down in between all 8 cabins. The only thing I can hear is benefits, right? It's a benefit for them. If you get me 2 more cabins, you're going to get a discount on your cabin. Do you want that? Yes, of course. Do you want a cocktail party? Okay, we could throw that in there too, right? There are a lot of perks for group cruises. And if you're close to closing one, tell them. Or we have affinity groups. Does anybody know what affinity groups means? That means they don't know each other and they don't even know that they're on a group cruise. If you're putting together an affinity group, market it. Market the affinity group. Now, I'm going to tell you a little secret because I have a good friend of mine who does cruises a lot. And when she first started, you know what I told her? I said, make a Facebook group, which seems crazy, but make a Facebook group. If you are planning on doing group cruises, or if you're planning on selling a lot of cruises on a specific sailing, make a Facebook group for it before anybody else does. That's one thing. If you're going out further enough, you guys should know when it comes to group cruises, you guys can't wait until last minute because these group cruises, they sell out immediately when it comes to the openings, right? I've seen them sold out on cruises that are in like February of next year. They're already sold out for groups. We only have so many groups that are allowed on a ship. So noting that, go ahead, reserve it because you can reserve 8 cabins with no deposit and then push it. Make a group together and then let them know, hey, inside this group, let you guys know if we put so many cabins together, we're able to go here. Or I've seen one agent that her birthday is coming up. And so she's doing a group cruise for her birthday. And guess what happens? Well, by the time she gets all 8 cabins booked, she's going to get the cabin for free. Is she going to tell anybody that? Probably not. But she gets a group cruise for herself, take her whole friends, family, whatever, and she didn't have to pay for her cabin. There we go. All right. Deals, deals, deals. Okay. Next thing I want to talk about is cross-selling. So there's always extra money to be made when it comes to cruising. When it comes to the pre and post hotels, we can book that. We can add them to sometimes inside the cruise line, or we can book them separately. And then excursions and tours. If you guys have never heard of them, they're called Venture Ashores. That is a program that you guys, it's a vendor, okay, that you guys can use to book certain excursions and tours. It's very well trusted. I do recommend it, okay? So you can upsell that. They pay 10% for their excursions and tours. Why are we not using them? Okay, use them. Next, travel insurance. They do have travel insurance that's technically built into the cruise line, but Tin Lake also has a wonderful cruise little insurance policy that they put together. So you guys can also suggest that to them as well. Okay, that way you're making money off of what you're selling. Now, are they going to possibly go inside of the app and do that? Yes, but at least you have the opportunity to upsell if you want to throw it in there. Do it, right? They might not just say, hey, you know what, Venture Shores is better. Let me book that, okay? Always offer it to your client. If they don't accept, it's okay. At least you offered. Now, here's the fun part, the examples. So these are just things that I have posted in the past that I know work very well. So I want to give them to you guys so you can kind of just start marketing without wondering what to market. I don't want you to leave here doing that. So I'm going to give you 5 examples of what you can do. First one that I do a lot of is the Travel Tip Thursday. And this, mind you, we always say these videos have beautiful music behind them, okay? But I have to turn them off because YouTube will flag me. So pretend music. But 5 cruise ripoffs. Number 5, drink packages you won't use. Average $70 per day per person equals 5 to 7 drinks. Who's going to drink that much? If you do, great, right? Oh, there's my little call to action. Overpriced spa days. I got a beach massage for $60 if you have to. That's a weird way to say it, but right, this video got over like 3,000 views and people love this. So I use these videos in like a cycle. So this is my Travel Tip Thursday, right? But after I do a Travel Tip Thursday, I'm going to probably come in here and drop one of these. That's the next one. It's a cycle. So now I'm entertaining them. I'm teaching them about something. I'm giving them value. Drop the sell, right? Now we have Princess. This was from Mother's Day. I like this one. This one actually did really good. Do you guys know that song by Meghan Trainor? And it's mom. It's about being a mom. Okay, I put that music behind it because it was trending because of Mother's Day. And then I put that there. I actually booked a cruise from this. Look at that, up to $300 onboard credit. And all I did was a link in a bio. Up to $400 savings. This is from right here. This is from TikTok. And then it has music behind it and it plays. Works great, okay? This is a short sale that you guys can use. Next. Here is the flyer that I refer to. This is one of my biggest sellers when it comes to cruises because they can see everything. And I have a training, okay? I have a training. It's in the pinned comments. It's in there for you. But I have a training on how to make these, and they work very well for me, so I recommend them, okay? In here, I have all the details. This is a mock booking flyer, okay? So we have the details of the booking. I sell this one a lot. This is actually the group cruise that I was referring to you guys. This is when I first started selling it, okay? She had like 4 rooms, and I was like, we're about to close this because this is crazy. Why are we not doing a group cruise? So we have them here, right? And then this is the total price. I just cut this out. I know it doesn't look the best. You can fix it if you want, but they don't care, and I don't care either. They're just here to read. We're reading, all right? Here's the cruise dates. To add cruise care, there's that. Gratuities and tips are required. You can pay up front, $370, or you could pay this, okay? I lay this all out because I don't care. Like, they're going to book this regardless. They're looking at the price. Do you see this? $1,500 for a, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Looks like a 5-night cruise. Okay, 2 adults, 2 kids for $1,500. Do you see that? The cruise sold itself. I don't care about all the details because they're gonna have to pay this regardless. I'm not hiding that from them. $1,500. If this was you, okay, and as a consumer, and you saw 2 adults, 2 kids, it's only $1,500 and $100 deposit per person to secure. And then on top of that, look at this at the bottom. It's kind of blocked out, but it says book a trip. Let me see if I can go over here. Go away. Oh, there we go. Nope. I want to show you the bottom of it. There we go. Okay, I won't move. Book a trip, book a cruise, get a trip, because I don't want to do book a cruise, get a cruise, because they'll just cancel the cruise and get the voucher. We don't want that. So I do the opposite. Book a cruise, get a trip upon the return of the cruise. So think about this as a consumer. Answer now. Comment. Would you book this? $1,500, 2 adults, 2 kids. You're getting a balcony state room. Okay. Value, value, value. 6 rooms left. Oh, we got to be fast. Right? And then at the bottom, call to action. To reserve, comment, cruise below, or DM. This is what I'm talking about. This sales. Right here, I don't have to do anything. I can just put that in there, put a cute little caption, call it a day. Put some music behind it. This is a video. You can't tell, but it's a whole video. And it just plays like this. It's a picture that I put music behind and uploaded to TikTok. On TikTok, I do all of it. Just pick the picture, put the music, put a little call to action on it, be done with it. Okay? You can do these over and over and over. This has a Canva template. So what I do is go in there and get rid of that, swap this out. Then I normally do a balcony room. So I either take the picture and rotate it or just switch it out, right? Put it again, boom, post it, post it, post it. You can make these over and over, and it's easy and it sells because it's giving them everything that they need right there. And look at the price, it sells itself, right? I love Royal Caribbean. Okay, more examples. So flash sale ends. This was for June 4th. This is one of their little flash sales that they have. I like to show you guys these because they populate a lot and I get emails for them. So if I ever get emails in them, I just do like this. I put some words over it, put some music behind it, and then I put a call to action, DM to put a deposit down. Now, here's the next video. It's going to be me talking for a few seconds, but I want you to hear how I'm approaching this so you guys can get a rough idea if you want to do a voiceover.
Headed out on your next cruise? Here's a tip for Travel Tip Thursday to make your embarkation day a little bit smoother. Pack a small day bag with all of your essentials like sunscreen, medicine, cruise documents, and even a swimsuit. Why, you ask? Because your luggage might not show up for a few hours, but you, on the other hand, you will be at the deck poolside with a drink in your hand with all your essentials all ready to go. And even a little bonus tip for you. That same bag is perfect for port days. Toss in your water bottle, towel, and whatever you need for exploring, and you're ready to go. Go ahead and make sure you save this for later and tag somebody who needs to hear it.
Wow. That was rough, right? Let me tell you something. That's one of my most viewed videos. Surprisingly, I'm telling you guys spend so much time trying to perfect them. They don't care. They're human just like us. That, I got a cruise booking from them. I really did. The real Royal Caribbean inquiry. As soon as I posted that, about a few hours later, I got an inquiry for Royal Caribbean. Now, does anybody notice the video? What did I do here? Let me look at this video. This video is crazy. Where's this video from? Okay, so this is Royal Caribbean. I took 3 of their videos. I went on CapCut and I slapped them all together. Then I did the voiceover. Okay, and then I did these cute little things where these people are like crying, and then the one where he's like shimmying. You see this? Okay, this is to attract their attention because it's funny, right? We said that we're laughing. Okay, they do too. Then at the end, we do that little call to action. The call to actions are all the way through. Like and follow for more. Okay. Ready to go. It was a little bit of a slow ending, but save this for later and tag somebody who needs to hear it. Boom, tag your bestie. And then there it is, call to action again, right? So obviously do a lot better than me. That's fine. But you guys get how easy it is, right? You don't have to show your face. We're not asking you to do anything crazy. They do all of this for you. They have content, a lot of content inside Royal Caribbean. They have a lot of content in Princess. They have all of this content. Put a few of them together, make a voiceover. There you go. That's all you have to do, okay? So these are just examples. You don't have to do them, but they work well, and it's very easy to market cruises. And I don't want you to skip it because you think it's hard. That's something you can easily do, right? Do we all agree that one of these is something that we can all do? Let me know, okay? If it's a little hard, I can break it down a little bit more, but it's pretty self-explanatory. We educate them so we become the experts, then we drop the deals in between the educating. So here's why you should take a cruise. Here's the value in the cruise. Here's the price, right? Next. Mistakes to avoid. So I see a lot of people posting cruises, so this is just something I pulled from what I've seen, okay? Mistakes to avoid: selling price only. We're not caring about the price. They can get the price online. They need to see the value in it. You have to show them why they need to take that cruise. You have to convince them in every single post. Wrong line for the wrong client. I've seen somebody that, they push something really heavy and then all of a sudden they throw in a cruise line. And I'm like, oh, that's not going to work. Think about this. Your algorithm is learning you, right? If you're posting on Facebook, it's going to start pulling in people that want to travel. So if you're pushing something, make sure that you're still pushing it to the right client, even if you throw in a new type of travel, okay? Ignoring group options. If you're booking 2 or 3 cruises, don't ignore it. Throw it in there. You can save your clients money and it can help you close more sales. Lastly, not following up. I have seen quite a few people get tagged on posts and you guys don't respond to them. Every time somebody comments on something, I don't care if they're booking or not, you need to comment back. The more engagement that you have on your post, the more it's going to get seen. If you leave all those people hanging, they're not going to respond. They're going to drop your video. Bye. All right, we saw you. You didn't do anything with it. Have a good day. Engage. Comment. Pin a comment. Do something, okay? Make it go viral on your own if it doesn't go viral at first. Keep it going. Then, if it works and you want to redo it, okay, maybe it did great. Okay, we need to redo it. Fix it a little bit. Repost it, right? Change it. Maybe change the topic, change the cruise line, change something in it. But if the same thing is working, like for example, this one right here, the flyer. this works. No matter if I switch the cruise line, I know it works because I've used it and it works, right? So I would use the same flyer over again, change the cruise background, change this, leave my logo, all of that, just switch it out over and over and over. It's okay to be consistent. They like that. Show them that you can be, okay?
Headed out.
All right. So those are the mistakes to avoid. All right. So that's all I really have for you guys tonight. I feel like we went over a lot of stuff, right? I've been talking for quite a bit of time now. How far are we into this? So we're pretty far into it, all right? So if you have any questions for me, feel free to drop them now. I'm going to head over to the studio in a few minutes so I can take a look at them. But my best advice to you guys is to get into a habit of just posting cruises. Make it a part of your content. Depending on who your target audience is, market a cruise towards them because they're easy to sell, they're easy to close, and they're easy to book. Always position yourself as the cruise expert. You know cruises. If you don't know them, research them. Take a few of my trainings. You will learn them very quickly. They're easy to learn and they're easy to get out. Next, do mock bookings consistently. Don't do just one mock booking. Just change it out. If you want to do one a week, that's fine. But you can use the same one for a few days, right? So we're going to push it over and over and over. Next, lastly, start marketing cruises. Do you feel like you guys are a little bit more confident about marketing cruises? Does it feel like it's easier to you? Do you understand the value of marketing the cruise? Comment below. Let me know. If you're watching this on a replay, that's fine. I don't care. Comment all the way through here. I don't care. I need to know. I need feedback. I need to know. Is this going to help you market cruises better? I think it really just kind of breaks it down. That's what I wanted to do because cruise marketing can be very overwhelming, right? Yesterday we talked about weddings. That's overwhelming. But once we break down the actual market, we can see the needs and the potential when it comes to sales. So this is exactly why I'm teaching you this stuff. That's it right there. Okay. So I'm going to head back over to my studio now. Feel free to drop any comments, any questions, anything. I will help you there. And I will see you guys tomorrow where we're going to talk about how to market resorts. And if you haven't heard already from my last training, I told you guys about something really cool that we're going to do. So at the end of October, we're going to actually start covering holidays. We're going to cover holiday bookings. We're going to talk about how to book them during the holidays, how to market them, and then how to even book them after the holidays for the next year. So you guys are going to want to make sure you're tuning in Tuesday through Thursday. I'm going to be dropping hot trainings all October. So I will see you guys tomorrow. Same place, same time, 5 p.m. PST, and we're going to talk about resorts and how to market them. Let me head over to the studio now. Like I said, any questions, please drop them there, and I will see you.